Yes, I like that. 4 turns modern army. And here. Wait, so yeah, we have to turn this off first. I cut like 30 off of our wealth thing. It's okay. Add to queue. Let's just check. What do we what have we not built yet? We don't have a stadium here, so let's get a stadium first, and then change them to production focus. Stadium in 5 turns. And here, okay, add to the queue. Let's get a stadium. I don't know why I haven't had stadiums in these places yet. Production focus. And the same amount of COD, I think. Yeah, all these places don't have stadiums. And they'll increase our happiness by 12 in just those 3 cities. Production. Coolio. Sit tight. Next turn. And Gandhi has paratroopers now, it appears. I'm seeing Gandhi paratroopers. That's not good news. Gandhi will be the toughest enemy we will ever battle. I'm sure of it. We could totally avoid war with him, but it'll be so much more fun to go to war with someone that's equal with you than someone like Raman Kayak, who you can just stomp all over and can't kill 1 unit unless you put him in a terrible position. We still have superior tanks to Gandhi. We have superior. We don't have artillery, but we would have superior artillery if I had any, but it just gets in the way of my Blitzkrieg. We just need tanks and paratroopers, in my opinion. Nothing else is necessary. Do we have a stadium here? I mean, yeah, I'll assume that we have one because we can't add one to the queue. So that's coolio. And put him here, I guess. We have this gold mine being unworked and a lot of this territory being unworked. But what are you going to do? The army was away for so long that there's no time to really send them down to work on these things. Not all tiles have to be occupied at the same time anyways. This castle is done, so we can build this hydro plant now. And that'll help out the production. And we can add a public school here or a theater. I like the theater more. And here, we can speed buy some stuff here. Sukhothai. Purchase. Let's get a monument first of all. And then let's get a workshop. And that's all we need to do for now. And, start building me a bank. No, a factory. Like that. Give me a factory. Okay then. Mobile Sam is in the right place. I'd like to have a larger Air Force. That's the one thing I can say. Air Force maybe not strong enough. Okay, and then we can send these guys to go do some of the other work that needs to get done. Possibly over here or down in here that we missed out on, like some of this desert tiles that we can now do stuff with. Let's get a library then. And General can sit tight. Generals just love to move around. They're so antsy. Okay, let's send him there then. Build me a trading post. Next turn. Actually, we can evacuate him now. Airdrop on the railroad, and then he'll go quite far on the railroad. That's my man. Next turn. We still don't have nukes. We still haven't declared war on Gandhi. But you know what? We got our lands. We got our people. We'll be happy quite soon. And, we gotta fall back just in case nuclear war hits us. You know, the one thing is we're creating superpowers on either side of us. It looks like a Germany in World War II sort of situation. So I definitely think the strategy is hit Gandhi's western cities first. And then you think past there. We got enough for another such policy. We can get the naval unit thing now. And then here we can get +3 production in coast cities, which will help. And also, we'll get +1 gold from every specialist. That'll help out our economy a lot. So, next time we get a social policy, we'll be pretty set. Okay, museum got finished, so now we are... Let's just check this. Oh, well, we can get a broadcast tower. And 11 turns. I usually don't go culture, so none of that stuff's useful to me, usually. We're expanding there in 7 turns. That is fine and dandy. What happens if we go culture focus? 5 turns. I don't know there was such thing as culture focus. I mean, we could have them work in museum and temples and yeah. Normally I don't go culture ever, so I don't know this stuff. I'll have to do a culture victory sometime in the future. That could be interesting for a next playthrough, I guess. And let's get a thing there going. And one here going. And then send him down there. You can paradrop him right there. And send him right there. Actually, wait. Send him forward. Send him right there. That looks good. Next turn. We can keep building military units with Babylon, and then soon military units with everything but the southwestern city, which we'll get to build spaceship parts. Because we only have 1 spaceship part right now, but it shouldn't be too long to build the rest of them. 1957 is the date. We still have quite a ways to go. Nuclear war would be the most wonderful thing in the entire game. But just because we want to see large explosions and booms and yeah, that kind of thing. It's gonna be fun. Yes sir. Golden Age is ending in 1 turn, so you gotta keep your eye out for that. University is done. Let's get a factory then. So glad I have so much coal. Factories are just so beast. Let's get a workshop here. And you finished the grass one there, so go here and build me a trading post. We can build stuff on these deserts now, so let's build trading posts all over the place. And yes. Let's go here. Next time. We'll get courthouses in 4 turns, so our happiness will skyrocket in 4 turns. Actually, will it skyrocket? Like, I'm trying to think, like, a lot. We won't be all that unhappy, but... And then do we have one of those stadiums finishing in the mainland? We're gonna have to check that. Give me 1 turn. I'm trying to think of what's the most cities right now. We'll check that.
Every particle of matter is attracted by or gravitates to every other particle of matter with a force inversely proportional to the squares of their distances.
Bro.
Welcome to the future.
Oh yeah, you know it. We are now in the future era, so our city should update a little bit. But not. Okay, we can give him open terrain and drill. And then send this guy there. forcing the tank to the front line. Huh. He'll get there next turn. The river was in his way. You know what? Send him onto the railroad, and then we can go places with him next turn. So go get him to build the pasture. And then Babylon finished the armor, so now we can get to work on... we can use some paratroopers. They're pretty cheap, 4 turns. Choose research. Nanotech will give us access to the last one, but nuclear fusion could be even cooler. And, let's go next turn. I don't have any uranium still. Oh, I meant to... Okay, that, we're gonna be saving finishing 1 turn, and this one will finish in 3, so... We'll be supremely happy in a couple turns. Give it 4 turns and we'll be supremely happy. Russian frigate. Off the coast of my magnanimous seas. What do they think they're doing? Okay then, send him there. Mobilizing. Do nothing. And, send him over yonder. You know what, these things are connected. But the railroad would be cooler to get. We'll get the railroad there eventually, not right now. Let's just go here for now. We have a lot of workers. Okay, and then... Nippur finished the stadium, so now only -4 happiness. And we can get to work on building... modern armor would be sick. And we only have 5 aluminum left. So where's the next aluminum deposit that we're gonna capture? It is one in deep India. That's not an option. Doesn't seem to be very much aluminum left open to us. This uranium is being used by these guys. And India has helicopter gunships now. That's certainly bad news. And they have rocket artillery. That's certainly bad news. And paratroopers. So India's up to par with me in military-wise. I think I'll still beat them though. I don't know if they have bombers yet. Haven't seen very much of their air force. They have stadium here, so you know what? Let's get another jet fighter. Sisachanlai, build me a watermill. And how many turns until we get 2 turns until we finally get that uranium. So, yeah. Flippin' A, that took forever. Crazy culture had to go on for that to happen. Hiawatha made peace with Catherine. Iroquois had announced America. Lots of fun public foreign relations and stuff. 1960 is the year, and I have not seen an A-bomb drop yet.
The release of atomic energy has not created a new problem. It has merely made more urgent the necessity of solving an existing...
Now you have a giant death robot. That's awesome. Oh, I should make myself a giant death robot. And we just broke even. So let's get some penicillin. And then we can production. Give me what can you do here? Give me the public school, I guess. And choose. Give me a market. Give me a market. I want some money in my pocket. And then, yes, sir. Give me a trading post. These guys are done, so send them down to work on the uranium we'll get in 1 turn. And it'll be under our possession. And yes, sir, this looks good. Next time. Helicopter gunships, man. That stuff's pretty cool. Peace treaty with Roman Kayag. I mean, sure. I have no reason to still be at war with Roman Kayag at this point. And he wants to reach agreement. I'm gonna have to decline. I don't want one anymore with him. Not at all. I'm gonna hit him soon. Soon, my friends, soon. I will hit you in the face. Ramses wants one. I think they're all doing this because I'm in the future era. No, I don't want one anymore. I think I'm good. I don't want research agreements anymore. Keep my money in my pocket. Thank you very much. Okay, I officially own the uranium. That took a long time, and it was a grueling and terrible process. But we're now happy, so everyone's happy that we have uranium. And how's the uranium? Oh, and they're giving me uranium here in a couple turns. So we'll have 8 uranium, I think. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll have 8 uranium. Not bad at all. And yes, that's the power of uranium. And you can build me a trade market. Just keep building me trade markets. I don't need very much else. Gold, Durfrey Galzu. These guys can build me a spaceship part now. SS booster in 6 turns. It's kind of good. Oh yeah. Roman Keg's denouncing me. See, this is why I went to war with him. He's a douchebag, okay? He's like, peace, and then after you say yes, he's like, okay, how about war? I honestly hope Gandhi just kicks his ass for that. Roman Keg doesn't deserve any freaking peace. He's an ass and always has been. I don't know why frickin' Ramses didn't kick his ass. He should have. Uranium from Sidon. Sidon just gave me uranium and they gave me a new unit. Let's check on what the unit is. Artillery. And I'm looking at a paratrooper here. Paratrooper, give them drill and that. And then send them... You know what, it's not even worth it to bring it over. Or is it? Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna give them their own unit. Improve my relations. And what happens if I tell them to stop spawning units? Is giving me some missions to just either stop or resume giving. Okay, you know what? Doesn't really matter. Let's just pledge to protect them, I guess. So now that they have uranium, I must pledge to protect them. Paratrooper got built. So you can send him there. And Babylon can now build anything my heart desires. Like nuclear missiles. That will be awesome. Okay, build SS booster too. We can build anything really. Atomic bomb, nuclear missiles. Nuclear missiles will level a city. It'll completely destroy it. So like something like Agra would get wiped out. You save that for crazy situations. Let's build a nuclear missile then. Atomic bombs are cool, but nuclear missiles are better. They eat up so much uranium though, you have to use them right after you get them. Akkad finished a stadium, so now we're at 10 happiness. Build me... we can build a nuclear plant now. That's pretty cool. Get your production up. I don't know if that's worth it though. It's 1 uranium. We have to put all our uranium into bombs. Nuclear bombs. So no, we're not gonna do that. Instead, these guys can just build me a jet fighter. Or modern armor. You know what? Let's get some modern armor. We alternate the modern armor and the jet fighters. Watermill is done. So let's build a theater. And these guys can build me that. And you guys get to work on that uranium. That uranium. Why am I don't know what I'm doing with this unit. You know what we could do? We send him way over here and have him work that like Fountain of Youth thing in like a million turns from now. And these guys can go here and build me another trading outpost. These guys can go here. Give me a pasture. These humble gentlemen can go over yonder. You know, when these cities start being like, I don't know, useful, like they start making gold, the Empire will be much better off. We're actually getting gold production out of them. Not very much right now, but slow and steady wins the race, darling. By the way, we haven't looked at logistics in a while. We should do that. We should totes do that. Let's look at the demographics. As soon as I can click it, of course. Come on. There you go, demographics. Population, we're 2 in the world. Gandhi has the most. Crop yield, 3 in the world. Gandhi has the most. Manufactured good, 2 in the world. Iroquois have the most. Soldiers, 3 in the world. Iroquois have the most, obviously. And literacy, 1 in the world with 93%. That's how you do it. Old-fashioned style. Okay, this is gonna take 8 turns. That's a long time. We should have cut the forest down earlier. It's okay. Nuclear weapons we will have. Okay, and these guys can build that. Let's just send him into the water to go do something. Tell him to heal. And that looks good. So good. Can't wait to nuke your shit, Gandhi. I will nuke you so hard. I'm gonna save the nukes for some of the cities I don't want to capture. Like Vladivostok. I'd love to go figure out where he's keeping his nukes, because I know Gandhi has nukes. I don't know how many, but he has nukes. Let's see here. He should have, my calculations are correct, 4 nuclear bombs. I will have nuclear missiles, so he will be behind in that aspect. Nuclear bombs, not as good as nuclear missiles. Not nearly as good. But I'm gonna save my nuclear missile for when his nukes show up. Let's go next turn. Put him in alert. Let's go. Sometime today we can go. I promise. I love you long time. 1964 is the date. He's got nuclear missiles. Huzzah! We also have giant death robots. Forgot about that one. You know, that's the one thing we probably have over Gandhi. Giant death robots. of death. Giant death robots of death is what we have. We've also got to build a military and send just a small one really, because we have those stealth bombers. There's like maybe three or four Russian units and maybe a few paratroopers. That's all we really need. And you know, let me auto this unit. Oh, can't auto it until next turn. And what is this? Gandhi completed the Apollo program. Yeah, Gandhi's not going to beat us in the science regard. Not at all. That's not going to happen. The stealth bomber here, jet fighter there. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. We're gonna get a jet fighter in Nippur in one turn, and an SS booster in Durkurigelzu. Onwards, my friends, towards victory we rush. We have quite a bit of money in the bank. We could use that to speed buy a nuclear missile. But I'm gonna keep that for foreign relations. Nakhon Sawan is just being obnoxious. Okay, so now we got this guy. Let's give him interception and dogfighting. And Nippur can build me some para units because they don't eat up resources and they're pretty cheap to make. Hydro plan got finished. Let's go build